Describe from here to here. Okay, go ahead. There are three lemons on the tree.
He just picked all of it from
He's
the
picking,
tree.
okay.
And then go to home and say to his mom, can I make a lemon kind of juice? So his mom say yes. So
What's mom doing?
Mom is cutting the
lemons in half. On the ground, on the cutting board with a knife.
And he is kind of
squeezing lemons into a blender. Then
he pour it to the cup and then drink it with his mother.
Okay. What about this one? Can you see a girl carrying umbrella with under her armpit?
Yeah.
Armpit here.
And the girl.
How to say this one? This picture. After raining, then some place the water forms. Okay. You can say puddle.
Puddle, yeah.
This is a puddle.
And then also the girl is raining, so she pick up the umbrella.
Open the umbrella.
And then the rain stopped, so she just
close the umbrella.
Closed the umbrella. Then it started to kind of rain, so she opened the umbrella again. But then the rain stopped.
So weather is like a fickle. Okay. You see this?
I think I saw it before.
These are very, small boy, and
small boy.
My uncle, his grandsons, okay?
Yeah.
Lean against the tree, and then hammering a nail into tree at the height where the top of his grandson's head is touching the tree, okay?
Touching the tree.
But over time, winter's come and gone. His grandson has grown taller. The tree has surpassed his grandson's height,
making it impossible to him to reach the spot where the top of his grandson's head touches the tree.
Okay, can you tell me the story one more time?
The grandson was really small, so the kind of uncle or father just hammered it, but then the grandsons, after winter, the grandsons height is to be too high, so she was just too high, so he can reach the tree.
Having his grandson lean against a tree, then hammering a nail into a tree at the height where the top of his grandson's head is touching the tree. Like this. Over time, winter has come, gone, grandson has grown taller, but the tree has surpassed, tree has surpassed his grandson's height, making it impossible for him to reach the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the speed of the tree and the speed of son's height, which is faster? The tree has got faster. Okay? Then, what about this? Dad is hammering nails into the wall to hang a small mirror, while the child is looking at the reflection in the small mirror. Dad attempts to hammer a nail into a wall, but the nail bounces off and flies away like this. Okay? Then the child is looking at their own back reflection in the mirror. Due to Dad's continued hammering, debris from the wall is falling, causing the child to look in the mirror with a concerned face. Eventually, the child takes the matter into their own hands and hammers the nail themselves with Dad's assistance. Dad tried to comb his hair while looking in the mirror, but the mirror is hung too high for him to see. Dad raised the child's shoulders to look into the mirror and comb his hair. Okay, can you tell me the story?
The dad is hammering the nail, but the nail keeps going to the another wall. The child is looking at his reflection, and then he hangs the mirror, but the mirror is too tall, so he steps on his child, and then he can just brush his hair.
Now, the cap missing while hitting the nail, slipped and fell to the ground. His grandson climbed onto his shoulders and started pounding a nail. Eventually, with his grandson's help, they successfully hammered the remaining nail into the wall. Okay, what about this? Can you read it? Dad is playing ball with a child. The ball the child kicks rolls between Dad's legs and into a manhole. Dad enters the manhole to find the lost ball. The child waits for Dad to come out of the manhole while looking down into it. Dad emerges, but he bumps his head on the manhole opening. The boy took his grandmother's head for the ball. So he kicked his grandfather's head. His grandfather got a bump on his head, a bump, okay? Then with a bump on his head, Dad retrieved the ball and exited the manhole. Dad successfully finds the child's ball as a bump on his head from the hitting on the manhole. Seeing Dad hurt, the child becomes upset and starts to cry. Dad comforts the child, telling him not to try. So the child cuddles with Dad, looking at the bump in his head, feeling Dad's love. Okay, now, tell me the story.
Dad kicked the ball, but the ball is in the hole, so he go there and then go out, and then he starts to go out, but then the child thought his father's head was a ball, so he kicked it, but then the father had a bump. His father had the bump in his head, and so the boy starts to cry, but he said he's okay. So and then they hug, and that's it.
Okay, then this one.
This one.
Can you figure out what's happening here?
The dad is this.
So Dad prepares a surprise event for the child by cutting a circular hole in the center of the table. Enters the hole in the table and align the gap with the bottom of a round cookie box to cover it up, like this. Okay, to cover it up, okay? Then he covers the table with a white cloth. On the top of white cloth covered table, places the cookie box with a missing bottom. Covers the lid of the cookie box and places a large card, the child's name on it. Then after finishing the setup that hide under a table covered with cloth, the child returns home from school, approach table where dad is hiding. Dad hidden on the table, sends the child approaching to surprise them, emerges through the prepared gap, poking his face out from inside the cookie box, enjoys their surprise event. Dad feels delighted. Okay, change the story here. Go ahead.
The dad cut a circular circle in a table, and then he covered it with white, and then he put the kind of thing in like a